Do you trust your friends, your neighbors, your relations, your immediate family? Well, you have to trust them, but to what extent can you trust people at different relationship levels? Of course, your parents, your immediate family like your wife, your spouse, your husband, your children, your brothers, sisters, you have to trust them and win their trust and all of that. It's a must. But when it comes to people outside the circle, the family circle, your neighbors and your friends, you always need to be a bit careful. Most people do trust friends who they make from childhood, especially from school, from nursery, from kindergarten, right throughout the adulthood and to their old age. They'll be having friends who they can really trust because they've been brought up with them, they've grown up with them from a young age. But when it comes to a situation, when you meet someone new and to build trust, it's always very, very tricky. At most times, you can be on the wrong side or the wrong end of the relationship where that person backstabs you and goes and says something bad about you to someone else, or just moves with you to collect information, or can be any reason, can be anything, basically. So your ability to judge a person before giving out too much information is vital, and it's very, very important. So always make sure that you do not give too much of information to anyone you hardly know, or the people who you had just met in a party or at an event or in church or school, not school, but a class or some training, and just always keep a distance. It's pretty useful if you can do that, because information is power and information is your privacy, and information decides who you are in society, your status and all that stuff. So you should be very, very careful in what type of information you give and to what depth of information you share with the people you meet. So don't try to give out too much information. Just keep things to yourself, analyze the person, then if you feel you're comfortable sharing, or if only if it's required to share, you can share, or else you don't have to share at all. It's not at all required to share, because it's you, it's your life. It's more valuable to you than to him or anyone around. So that's the message I want to give. A lot of people know this stuff, but when I have got caught in my younger days where we try to form a quick relationship with people, in the workplace especially, we try to build trust. And most times, you're stabbed in the back and you're rejected, or you've been, set up for some negative politics, which normally ends up in a bad way. You can leave the company, or you might not be happy at work. You just work for the money. So yeah, just be careful of when, how, and place and time where you meet these people, and to what extent you need to share information. So with that message, I would leave this podcast. If you like this podcast, kindly do subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, share it with the friends. So I like to have a general discussion in a podcast. It's not professional, nor it's unprofessional, just a basic discussion. So if you have any suggestions, please do leave in the comments. I'll be more than happy to reply. So until next time, it's bye-bye from me. Adios.